Look, let's talk about a decent football match tonight, which happened, the Leicester Everton game. We will get live post-match as well. Fantastic game of football, end to end, both teams going for it. I said to you, didn't I, in the last 10 minutes of the game, I said, this needs a 3-2, someone to win it to make it a special game. Yeah. And it didn't quite just have the cutting edge at the end. The lack of quality in the final third in the last 10 minutes just stopped it from being a real classic. But great game. And
it kept you, it would have kept you off the, as anyone's saying. Can we just have a special shout out for, we're just watching the goalkeeper, and they got Schmeichel, obviously not Peter, Kasper, in the studio there.
Obviously.
He
played for Leicester.
Yeah, he did.
talkSPORT breaking news.
But he was the difference. He was outrageously good. He was outrageous. Iverson, where has he been this season? They sent him out on loan. They sent him out on loan, brought him back in January.
Yeah. He was superb tonight.
He was the difference between Leicester either getting a point or getting nothing. He was brilliant. Jamie Vardy rolling back the years. I thought a draw on reflection, Jay, was a fair result, in all honesty.
Is a draw good enough for any of them? Not really Everton. But Leicester, it gets them up 2 places.
It kind of feels as though it's not, but if you can't win the game, don't lose it. There were moments in that game where you felt it could have swung. Can you imagine if we're sitting here now and Leicester had nicked the last minute, or Everton had? Can you imagine how both sets of fans, or both managers, would be feeling right now? So it's probably a fair result. It was a brilliant game. Yeah. It truly was a spectacle.
They've all been brilliant games recently in the Premier League, though, haven't they? Because everyone's still going for it.
Jay, other than
people are fighting for Europe, people are fighting to stay up. It just feels like the games are just end to end. The only team that's got nothing to play for is Chelsea.
Chelsea and Wolves. That's all that's got nothing to play for now. It's shameful.
Shameful. Wolves really need one. I'd say they need one more result. But I mean, Chelsea are just
shameful, man.
Crystal Palace are above you.
Yeah, no, it's shameful. I'm not going to argue. It's shameful. Bournemouth.
Yeah, well done to Bournemouth.
Gary O'Neill again. Yeah. But by the way, what an outrageous job he has done, and it's looking increasingly likely now. I mean, West Ham feels like they might have enough. You don't know.
I can't see all them teams below them getting more than 34 points.
No,
that's the problem. I just can't see. I can't see where Leeds are going to get
win. They've got the game in hand. They've got that game in hand that might get them up there. But as always, in the bottom of the Premier League, I always find the bottom of the Premier League is more intriguing than the top. Even though it's fascinating to watch Man City and Arsenal wrestle it out, and City have now got their they've got their big old sized 10s.
Yeah,
they're
going to run away with it.
Well, they're going to win it. It looks like from here.
I can't see anything coming.
No, it's looking difficult. But Newcastle keep going from strength to strength. Turn that around. Man United huffed and puffed.
What do you want to go for the whole Premier League? You want to keep going?
Aston Villa.
Anyone else? Can we speak to an Everton fan? I mean, what's the matter with you? Anyone else you want to talk about?
Bournemouth. Well done.
Let's go to Gareth.
Can I just talk about Palace for a second? Roy Hodgson.
No.
Roy Hodgson has got to keep that job. Give it to him. And Ray Lewington for another year. Give it to the pair of them. They have
Jordan, who's Everton
Jordan, what
fan.
do you think? Ray Lewington. I'm only joking.
All right, George.
I'm only joking.
Right.
Jordan, you're an Everton fan. You're not happy?
I'm not happy at all, mate. That's all.
Go on.
I think they should go. I really do. A lot of people think that it's, I spoke to the guy before and he just started laughing at me. At the end of the day, he's played, we've had 13 games under him. Right, he's won 3 games, drawn 4, lost 6. He has played the same defenders as in Michael Keane for the last numerous amount of games. And if you watch the game tonight, you could see that he made mistake after mistake after mistake. We've put right backs on in Godfrey and Mason Holgate, who are right backs, that have made mistake after mistake after mistake. And then unfortunately Coleman gets absolutely wiped out. I thought he was going to put Begovic at right back at this point, because he doesn't put a right back on, he puts Patterson on, and he finally put Patterson on, who did a decent game. We can't score goals. We scored 2 goals tonight from, it could have been a couple more. That keeper was unbelievable.
Yeah. I know you're digging him out. You're digging Dyche out, but I thought Everton gave a good account of themselves. If it wasn't for the keeper, you'd probably walk away with a decent result there.
The thing is, I've been to the last 3 home. I live in Hull, which is in Yorkshire, right? And I've drove to the last 3 home games, Tottenham, Fulham, and
talkSPORT breaking news.
Where's Hull?
Hull's near Leeds.
talkSPORT breaking news.
So I've driven there for the last 3 games, and every single time you look at them going forward. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing going forward whatsoever. Tonight, you saw Leicester make 3 substitutions. Everton didn't make a single substitution apart from Patson in the first half.
Because of Seamus Coleman, there's a horrible injury.
Yeah, but can I ask you a question though, Jordan? You say he hasn't made the substitution. What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, for one, you could see at the game that Leicester were making substitutions, and you can't just rely on a team that thinking that they're gonna hold. They're away.
Okay, what would you have done all season? What would you have done? That Dyche did?
Well, for a start, I would have taken Iwobi off because he scored that goal, but he makes it. That goal that they conceded, which was I think was Vardy. As soon as Iwobi gave that ball away, because he's done it a few times this season, you just knew it was going in. Iwobi needed to come off. They should have.
Yeah, but he scored in the second half.
Yeah,
and he's dangerous. There's something about him. He's got something. He'll do something out in the ordinary. Why would you take that player off?
He has got nothing about him, Iwobi, at all. He had a few good games. He had a few good games under Lampard, and because he has a £40 million price tag, everyone thinks he's some of those. He's not. He's not a good player at all.
Sean Dyche won't care about the price tag. He won't be looking at that. I think you're being a bit harsh here, Jordan. I think you're being a bit. Where I will agree with you is that the Sean Dyche bounce hasn't happened, and the goals conceded tally since he's come in is unbelievably high. Unbelievably high.
Everyone goes on about Sean Dyche being a manager that can get you out of relegation. He's defensively minded. They've taken the shin pads off and all that lot. Since he's come in, our goals conceding has got worse. Our goals for has got slightly better. But we've won 3 games. 3 games out of 13. How you can say that?
Do you think you're going down, mate? Do you think you're going down?
Yeah, I've said it. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm completely done.
I mean,
Jordan,
I know it's like after a defeat and where they are, but I think a bit harsh. So I'm looking at the substitutions he could have made. I don't know where he goes there, Sean Dyche. I don't know where he goes to change the game.
Well, he got Damari Gray. Could put him on, do something different. You know, Tom Davis might unlock something. Yeah, so there are players there he could have. I get it. But
there are.
I think Sean Dyche probably sticks it. He knows Dwight McNeil's going to work hard for him. I think Iwobi's got something in him where he can produce something out of nothing.
But it doesn't jump off the page for me and go, how's he not done that?
I think maybe Damari Gray might have been one you look at to make a change. But look,
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.